What's going on, guys? PXCam back with a brand new video. We are here for some daily race B action, as I bet you guys can take a guess what is the dominant car. Alright, you guys got it, it's the Ferrari. But we are racing around Sardinia Road Track 8 in the Group 4 cars for the new week of daily racing. And this track has produced some very interesting racing, as it has a lot of fast flowing corners, but there are a couple of good overtaking spots. And just the fact that we're running in the Group 4 cars, and this Scirocco is just so good on its straight line speed and on its acceleration, it can lead to some really good racing here. And you guys are going to see that right now as we already jump into the race heading into turn number 1. So off of turn number 1, we get a good run here, as we are just following the two Brazilians right ahead of us and Podium up ahead. Looking for our braking point into this left-hander. It's a weird, awkward corner. You just have to trail brake into the left-hand corner, get a little bit on the throttle, and then immediately slam on the brakes, go into the right corner. And we can see how we executed that horribly, as we lose a lot of time from the Podium, and we are now getting under pressure from V Motors Danny. So not off to a great start. This is only a 4-lap race, so you only have 4 laps to put in as quick of lap times as you can, as you don't have any tire wear or any fuel consumption. So these are basically qualifying laps with cars around you that you're performing here. So we just have to push and push and push and just hope that these guys up ahead fight with each other and just act a little dumb, and we can hopefully catch up to them here, as we're already halfway through the first lap. So already halfway through the first lap, about to finish this one actually, as we jump a little forward, and we only have 2 or 3 laps left. So this is going to get a little bit interesting here, because we got Danny catching up to us. He's on our slipstream as we head down this long straight leading us into turn number 1. He moves all the way to the right side to try to make the overtake, and this is a little bit naughty from Danny. He was pinching us down, didn't let us get up to the right side to get a good run into the apex, but he just held us down, pinched us down, and it actually worked for him, as he was able to just easily just get ahead of us. We had to back out of the move, and we had to relinquish that 4th place position. So fighting still side by side with Danny, we take a little peek onto the inside, but just a little too optimistic, especially into this right corner. You don't want to be stuck on the outside, as you just get washed up to the left hand side. And if you're on the left hand side of a car that just pushes you out, you are going to lose more than one position, because you're going to end up spinning out, or you're just going to head straight into that barrier. So into the windy section of the track right here, this is a really tough spot, because it's a lot of just technical corners that are medium speed, and especially heading into this hairpin, you come in with just so much speed that when you get into this hairpin, it could be easily to miss your braking point. And you can see that we do here, as we brake as late as we can, make a little bit of contact with Ballistix, but right behind us, it looks like Podium got pushed out by the car right behind. And due to our late braking and the contact that we did with Ballistix, we just get a really bad exit off of the exit, and Dryan is able to overtake us easily on the power, and we are demoted down into 6th. So we start off in 4th, and we're now demoted into 6th, which is not a good way to be running this race, as we have lost 2 positions, and we're now stuck behind this train here, as Lotus right up ahead in 1st place was able to just break away from this patch. So you can see it's a battle for 2nd place, but Lotus is just checked out, long gone. All he has to do is just run his laps, and he should be able to get an easy win. But we're not going to give up here. We're going to try to finish somewhere better than P. Steve, as we are taking a little peek on the inside of Dryan, using that slipstream to a full advantage here down the straight to get us into turn number 1, but just could not brake later than him, and we just had to back out there, because you can see right now up ahead, these guys are fighting really hard, as they're about to go 3 wide into a really tight section. And yes, they actually do, as Podium tries to squeeze his way into the middle. Not the smartest idea in my opinion. I think he should wait a little bit, but you can see that the 2 up ahead are just killing each other. And there we go. Podium was able to just wait a little bit afterwards, and he gets 2 positions done, and he is now promoted into 2nd place. So we're just kind of finding our way through here, just seeing if we can avoid all this craziness, as Motors Danny goes straight into the wall, and we're able to just keep it on the left hand side. Ballistix had nowhere to go except for the rear, and we easily get back that 5th place position, as we're trying to take a little peek on the inside of Danny and try to get the overtake here heading into the hairpin. It's going to be a great overtaking zone. We try to brake as late as we can, but Danny brakes a little bit later, and he's able to hold his 4th place position. And that is not good news for us, because I don't want Podium to get away from us, and I don't want Danny to start fighting with Ryan here, because Podium can easily just start getting away from here, and it's going to be a loss for second place, and we're just going to be fighting here for third. But as we come out of this quick left-hander, we're just taking a little peek on the inside, just trying to defend it a little bit. But as we head into the corner, Lipix just automatically just his ramming mode just comes on, immediately just pushes us out of the way, misses his braking point a little bit, and we had nowhere to go except for his side. And that is kind of a naughty move from Lipix. He just forced his way in through there, and we lose that 5th place position. So at this point, I'm not that happy with Lipix because of that move, but we just have to continue on. There is only 4 laps here. We don't have enough time to get angry and try to, you know, do anything weird with him. But we just have to continue on and just attempt to make as many positions as we can, as we are now on the final lap. So it's single file right now, but I don't expect it to stay single file as we already jump into the halfway point of the final lap. And you can see one of the cars up ahead, Danny, tries to make an overtake on Podium, and so does Lipix. Goes for a late lunge there, but he's unable to make that work as Podium and Danny are fighting here for second place. They're going side by side into this quick left-hander. We're just staying right behind here, just seeing what's going to happen, and they slow themselves down, and we are able to get a really great run off of the exit, heading into the hairpin. Take a little peek onto the inside as Ryan and Lipix are fighting with each other. Brake early so we avoid making contact, but Podium pushes Lipix out, and Lipix gets a taste of karma. He heads straight into the wall, and that is one free position for us as we are heading down the straight for the final time, trying to get a great run down the slipstream into the final straight here as we go to the right hand side. Ryan just goes all the way to the right hand side, blocks us here, and we make contact with his rear. That's only going to be good enough for a 5th place position. I think we could have gotten that 4th if Ryan would have not blocked us right there, but hey, it's whatever now because race is over. So 5th place position for this first race. Really intense racing that we were able to have here. Let's see what's going to happen on the second one. So jumping into our second race now, we get our 3, 2, 1, and away we go as we are now starting off in 5th place instead of our 4th place position, as we have a new player in this lobby, which is VQS Holman, and everybody else was basically the same. So we got Danny right behind us, Podium, Lipix, and Lotus right up ahead. So we kind of know what to expect from these guys, but Holman's going to add a whole new factor to his battle. And we're going to see if we can hold or stay with him and stay with these guys up ahead and hopefully fight for a podium, if not a win. So already into the first corner, into this left and right corner here, this S section, I guess you could say it, but it's a little bit slower. But we could see that we get a little bit of a bad exit off of the right hand corner. So I don't know why on the first lap on that right corner, it's just been a really bad spot for me. Just haven't been able to get a really good run, and the exits have been terrible for me as we get overtaken by Danny by a beautiful overtake on the outside. Just make a little bit of contact with the inside wall, and Danny is able to take full advantage of that, get around the outside, make the overtake happen, and we are now stuck in 6th place right behind him. So at this point, I did not want to fight with Danny. I know he's got pace. I know he can keep up with these guys up ahead. So what I wanted to do here is I thought that these guys up ahead were going to start fighting with each other really hard. So we're just going to work with Danny, push him up, and see if we can try to catch up to these guys, if we can work together. But you can see as we head down the straight, we get a really fast straight line speed, and we start bumping him on the rear as Danny just starts flashing us for thank you. And heading into turn number 1, we brake as late as we can to just see if we can push him forward even more. But on the exit of turn number 1, he just goes a tad bit wide, heads straight into that dirt spot, and it just killed his momentum here as we just have to now kind of push him even more and see if we could continue working together and try to catch up to at least Podium and Holman, as Lipix and Lotus have just ran away with this race, and we're only 2 laps in. So not looking like the brightest time for us, because we just have to continue pushing Danny or working with him so we can catch up to Podium. But not only that, we have TSA right behind us that is hot on our tail, so TSA can easily just go for a last minute lunge, push us out of the way, and get that overtake done. But Danny just messes up right here. Again, just slows us here down into this corner, and at this point I'm starting to get a little bit impatient here because I know Danny kind of screwed us up. But as we come out of the hairpin, somehow Holman and Podium both go a little bit wide on the exit, and we get an easy 2 positions here as we're able to just make an easy overtake on the inside, just kind of run our lines, avoid them, and now we are up into 4th place position. So I was not expecting that for sure, but hey, we'll take it, and we'll just continue working with Danny and see if we can push him up now and see if we can just pull away from these guys right behind us. We're not going to catch up to this top 2 guys anytime soon, so we're just going to have to work with Danny and see if we can pull away. Hopefully the guys behind start fighting, because if they do, all that's going to do is slow themselves down, and we should be able to build a little gap here and just kind of fight within among ourselves on the final lap. So trying to see if the plan will work, but it just has not been working here. I just don't know why, you know, pushing the car up ahead, it just doesn't have much of an effect as like other races. But yeah, we just have not been able to pull away. We were able to get away from the podium, but Holman was able to keep up with us. Just shows you the pace of Holman here on this track, and he's just not been able to let us breathe here. As Danny goes to the left hand side, we go to the right, and we get a really great run here as we're gonna give him that little bump right behind, see if we can push him up a little more, and Holman stays right behind us as we go into this hairpin. Make a little bit of contact with Danny, but nothing too sinister, as he's able to keep it on the track, hit his braking point, hit his lines, and it's still a 3-car break away from podium and everyone right behind him as we head into the middle sector, leading us into the final hairpin. So things are working well for us, as again, we just have not been taken out, and Holman gets a little impatient here, goes into the inside, takes the lunge. I saw him on the radar, and we just have nothing to do except to let him have it. So we're just gonna ride along with him and see if we can maybe find any tips or tricks of what we're doing incorrectly to increase our pace here, and hopefully Holman starts fighting with Danny and we can take full advantage of that. So down the straight for the final time, we passed the start finish line, and we are back demoted into 5th place, so basically where we started off at in the race. As Holman goes to the right hand side, tries to take the widest apex or entrance into the apex, and he's able to get a really great run as Danny just missed it up from the mid to the exit. And you can see Holman is starting to get all over his back bumper, just working here as they almost make contact into this left and right S corner. I still don't know what to call this corner. This corner is just a weird corner, but off of the right corner, we just go a little bit wide once again. Surprise, surprise, second time or third time we've done this on this video, and we just lose all momentum because we hit that grass. If you hit that grass, the front tire, since the front wheel drive car, just don't grip up with the track, and it just spins the tires out. So it just loses a lot of momentum on the exit. It just loses a lot of the acceleration. But as we head into this final sector, we get very, very lucky as Holman and Danny are really starting to push each other here to the limits as they're fighting side by side. Holman's able to get around Danny, and this is music to our ears because we are starting to catch up here as we head into the hairpin. Trying to break as late as we can into this hairpin without missing our apex. We take a very wide entrance in to try to get a really narrow exit, and just unfortunately didn't work for us, but we're catching up due to the slipstream as we head down the straight for the final time here, and just gonna run out of time here. We're not gonna be able to get close enough to get that 4th place or 3rd place position. Maybe with one more lap, if they would have kept fighting, we probably would have been able to catch up to them. But as we cross the start finish line, we're gonna finish where we started off in 5th place, and just not a great performance here for this race. But like I said, this has been really entertaining in my opinion. They had this, like they nailed it with this combination. I didn't think it was going to be a good combination because it's a Scirocco, and you know, just a full field of Scirocco's and FF cars, it's just are usually not fun. But this one, they nailed it together. The Scirocco just does absolutely amazing around here, and it could lead to some incredible racing. But let me know how you guys are dealing with this week. If you guys are enjoying this week at all, leave it in the comments down below. And since you guys made it all the way to the end, if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe button, as it really helps out the channel when you guys do so. And if you guys want to follow me on the Twitches, Instagram, or even on Discord, all those links are in the description down below as well. And again, since you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.